speak about why you feel chording is important to a harmonica player, the
Sure.
study of chording.
Well, when you work with the chords, and now I focus on the basic train rhythm, the way Joe Falisco teaches, which is the double in breath, double out breath. And I think of it as a process of, I want to develop my timing and control first from underneath my lungs with the diaphragm. So I work at playing that rhythm with my throat wide open, so the throat is not creating the pause between the two parts of the double in breath, double out breath. So I want my throat to be wide open, and I want my diaphragm to do that. It makes for a pretty soft articulation, but by doing it that way and trying to see how fast I can go before my throat kicks in, I train my diaphragm to start working with timing. And then as it speeds up, then it goes next to the throat to create that. And so that gives me my second area of muscle control that I'm training to develop timing.
And in this case, you're using the diaphragm for the first part of the draw, and then the throat, the same place we use for the tremolo, for the second part of the draw.
Right.
So you've got diaphragm, throat for draw, draw, blow, blow. Okay.
Yeah. Or another way to think that I also think about it now is also the diaphragm does the in and the out, and then the throat cuts it up, chops it up. So
Right.
so you get that rhythm going, and by work and these days I work with a metronome as I do that. I didn't do that for years and years and years because I didn't like metronomes, and now I've learned to really like them a lot for practice. Because I want to, I want to be a rhythm machine, and that's what a metronome is. So I work with that, and the breathing, as any good harmonica instructor will tell you, has a lot to do with relaxing your upper body. One of the analogies I use is I like to think of my skin and my muscles as like a suit that's sitting on my bones, and the bones are the wooden coat rack. So I've got that image of everything just draped, and there it is. And when I can stay that way up here and keep my throat open and work with my, in order to support my diaphragm, I'm using, you feel your abdominal muscles kicking in as you work with that kind of stuff. And if you can work with your abdominal muscles consciously as you do that and really tune into what are they doing? Are they putting too much pressure on? Are they, asleep at the wheel and not kicking in at the right time? So I want them to be there supporting that area, my core, with the right amount of tension. Not too much, not too little. And then that allows my upper body to relax. And these are all things I was doing for a long time, but I didn't know what I was doing. I've learned how to put this into words by teaching. So with the chord rhythms, I'm training myself to breathe, and I'm training myself in timing. And I'm also, as harmonica players also have to deal with the lungs filling up or the lungs emptying. And so by working with those chord rhythms, it's a balanced in-breath and out-breath. You can play around with filling up your lungs or emptying your lungs as you play them, and then you gradually get to the point where you can unconsciously control it so that you're never out of breath.